Hello everybody, welcome to day two of this course. And today we'll be getting into some action and we will be downloading and installing a few of the tools that we'll be using. So, just a quick recap about yesterday, that is day one. So, we discussed in brief about immersive technologies. What are the different type of immersive technologies? AR, VR, MR, right? And then we also discussed about how can we access these realities like augmented reality maybe via your smartphone, and VR via headset, and similarly MR via MR glass, right? We also discussed about the use cases, some of the use cases, although there are multiple use cases out there, but these are some of the well-known use cases of immersive technologies, right? So yesterday was maybe a theory session, but today will be a practical session, and where we'll be just setting our arsenal up for the battle to come. Okay, so before installing anything, I would like to tell you that there are multiple ways of developing AR, VR, and MR experiences, and you can use multiple tools out there. Okay, but for this course, we will be using one of the most well-known, one of the most robust, and one of the most community-active tool. That is Unity. So, just a brief about Unity. Unity is a game development engine which has been a pretty popular game development engine, and it has a really large community. And earlier, it used to focus on just building games, that is 2D games, 3D games, right? But now it is slowly moving into this realm of AR, VR development, and it is creating some waves. Okay, so let me share my screen and let's have a brief overview about Unity, the game engine that we will be using for the development, right? So this earlier was just used for games, okay, but now it has been used for film, animation. It has its own BIM softwares that are used in architecture and engineering and construction, and it has multiple services for game developers to get started with it. It also has a pretty active community. Okay, lately it has been doing some great acquisitions as well for adding VFX and tools into this game development stuff. Okay, so yeah, this will be a tool that we will be using, and with the help of this tool we will be able to develop for multiple platforms. Like we can develop for iOS, Android, Windows. Like Windows, when I say Windows, I not only mean Windows PC, but Windows when I say it's for Microsoft HoloLens as well. Okay, so these are few of the platforms that we'll be able to deploy our solutions or our applications if we build with Unity. Okay, and the best part about Unity that I really love about it, that it has a great community, and like a lot of people are using Unity. So a lot of people have already faced the problem that you would be facing if you are just starting out, and you would be easily able to find answers to them. And even if there are problems that nobody has faced, you will still find out people who will be really willing to help you up. Okay, so first things first, let's set up an arsenal for the battle to come. Okay, so you can simply go to the Unity page and basically, or maybe Unity downloads page, and from there we will be downloading Unity for us. Okay, so this is the main Unity downloads page. Okay, so you would be confused, but there will be two things. One is Unity and one is Unity Hub. Okay, so basically Unity Hub is a software through which you can access different versions of Unity if you have them installed in your PC. Okay, so let's go to this, click on this, choose your Unity and download. Okay, so these are the pricing. Okay, so we would just be going with the individual plan, and with the student plan you can go if you have a student ID. Otherwise you can get with a personal plan. Okay, so let's go ahead with a personal plan. And here if you have Windows, then you will be downloading from Windows. I here have a Mac, so I'll be going with the Mac. Okay, so we can just start off, click off with these links there, or we can choose our exact version that we want. So we can go to the download archive. Let's go there, and here basically what we can do is it gives us options, multiple options, multiple, it shows us multiple versions that are available, and then we can choose. So basically this is Unity 2020, Unity 2020, 2019, my bad, and this is Unity 2021. So this is a major version, this is the patch, and these are multiple developments, like they are released every now and then. Like this is 12th April, this is 22nd April. So we would be going ahead with one of the stable versions that I have been using and which has been doing pretty well. That is 2021.2.10. Okay, so I would suggest all of you to download this very version so that we all are on the same page. And if there are any problems, we say face the same problems, and we can share the solutions as well. Okay, so if you go to Unity 2021.2.10, you would have multiple options here like download from Windows, Mac, and Linux. You would have to click on this button, which is download with Unity Hub. So what this will do is this will install Unity Hub, and then through Unity Hub we'll be installing this very version. Okay, so let's see. We just clicked on it, right? It didn't register it. Okay, so I'm using the Brave browser. It might be blocking a few of the things. So this browser is pretty helpful when we are, it basically blocks ads and everything, but sometimes it blocks a few things as well. So let's disable the shield, and again, Unity 2021.2.10 Unity Hub is what we are looking forward to. Okay. For some reason, we can see here it's not downloading. Let's try Unity 2021.2.9. Again, it's not downloading. Okay. Maybe let's just download Unity Hub directly. Unity Hub download. Okay. Unity Hub. Yes. We want to download. Again, we are on the same page. Let's see. I don't know why these links are not working. They should be working, but okay. Then not. Let's go back and let's click on these. Okay, so basically it's saying that we can directly download the Unity Hub from here, and then inside that we can choose it. Okay, no worries. Okay, then first step would be to download the Unity Hub. Okay, let's see this in Finder and let's install this. Yeah, these are pretty important stuff. You gotta read them all, and then if you have read them and you agree, then you can click on agree and then move. Right? Let's give it some amount of time to unzip it, verify it, and then maybe install it. If it says everything is okay, right? Yeah. By the way, this process that I'm showing will be the same on Windows as well. Okay. And yeah, we should be good to go. Installing on Windows simply, and then we can follow the same process that we are doing here. Basically, choosing the version of the Unity and then installing it. Okay, so this is just copying a few files. Let's do it, and then we should be good to go. Yep, now we're good to go. So it has been installed on our computer, and I hope we should be able to find it in the search stuff. So let's open Unity Hub. Yep, yeah. So here we are. So when you have downloaded Unity Hub, I mean, you would be prompted to sign in. Okay, so it will be really great if you can create a sign, if you can create a login on Unity before this, or you can simply come here, click on sign in, and you can use your Gmail to basically get into it. Okay, and it should give you all the permissions and everything. Yeah, so this is a brief about Unity Hub. Maybe if you want, you can have a look at it, but that's not what we want as of now. So this says, okay, this will be installing this exact version, but we don't want it to install it, so we can skip this installation. And for this, we would have to choose a plan as well. Okay, so we'll be using a personal plan, that is a free plan, which will allow us to build and deploy apps as well. Okay, so you have to choose a free plan, and it should and with the help of this plan, basically we would be getting the license, activating the license, and then we can go ahead with that. So as of now it said no license, but now it is done. Okay, we can check the license, go to licenses, and this is personal license. This should be active for 1 year. Okay, I already had a license which is still going on. Okay, but you would be prompted to do a new license. If not, you can simply click on this settings stuff, come on to licenses, click on add, and then it would tell you to get a free license. With this, you can get a free license. Okay, so once we have all the license and everything installed, then what we can do is, these are Unity Learn sessions, these are installed. So here we will be shown all the Unity versions that we have installed, which as of now we have none. Okay, so let's select our versions. So if we say install editor, it will show us these LTS versions. What do I mean by LTS? This is long-term support. Okay, so we can either use these or we can install the very exact version that we want to. These are the pre-release, that is the alpha beta version, and other than this we can go to the archive, and there we would be going to the download archive. Again, the same page that we were trying to download the same the Unity Hub, right? And here it shall again show us all the versions: Unity 2, 2019, 2021. We wanted to go ahead with 2021.2.10, and now we should be able to click on Unity Hub and it should prompt us. Okay, yeah, so that's how it should be done. Okay, so yeah, here we are, and this is a screen which will be shown to you before installing stuff. Okay, so here, as per your thing that you want to build your games, or your experiences, for which platform you install the platform dependencies. Okay, so here we will be installing first. This is Visual Studio. Okay, this will be the IDE that we'll be using for Unity. Okay, this is the place where we're writing the code and the scripts. Okay, other than that, for now what we can do is, initially you can just install Android build support, and make sure you check these things as well: Android SDK, Android NDK, and OpenGL. This process remains the same for Windows user as well. Okay, other than that, afterwards if you want to deploy for iOS, maybe for Linux, maybe for Windows, then we can import these dependencies as well. As of now, if you don't have an Android, then make sure you take this iOS stuff as well. Okay, so yeah, this would be around 10 GB, so make sure you have a good internet connection. That would really help. Otherwise, give it all the time it needs. Okay, so let me click on continue, and here, yes, I've read everything, and let me agree again for the Android SDK and NDK, and then simply the downloads start. Okay, so you can see your download in progress here. So these are all the things that will be installing. It can take different time periods depending on your download speed. I guess for me it shall take around 15-20 minutes or maybe half an hour. So yeah, I'll pause the video here, and then we can jump back in once this download has been completed. So here we are, and as you can see, all the things have downloaded for me as well as have been installed for me. So these are the few things: that in the editor, documentation, Visual Studio, the IDE that we'll be using, Android build support, SDK is needed for it. Everything is installed, right? Java development kit, SDK, and everything. Okay, so this is done. So this took around half an hour for me, and I again said, depending on your machine specs as well as your internet speed, this can take a while, maybe an hour, 1.5 hours or so. Okay, so now we can close this window, and again here it installs. We can now see the Unity version installed for us. Okay, similarly, if we want to add another version of Unity, we can do that here as well. We can simply add install editor, and it will again give us the options, and then again we can go to archive and choose one. Okay, so for now we just need one, and we are good to go. Now what we'll be doing is, we'll be going in the Unity Hub in the projects tab. Okay, so here as of now, as we can see, we have no projects. Okay, so let's create our first Unity project for this bootcamp. Okay, and while doing this, we'll be also verifying that if all the things have been downloaded and are working as they should be. So simply when click on a new project to create a new project. Okay, here you will be seeing all the different templates. Okay, As Unity, I told you, Unity can be used for 2D game development, 3D game development. These HDRP, URP are rendering pipeline. This is basically, quality, some you can say quality settings, and this can be taken care of later as well. Okay. Other than that, you have different things as well. So you have a VR setup, AR setup, 3D mobile core setup, and what. Okay. But for now, we'll be starting from base, that is from 3D game development. We'll name our project maybe first Unity project. Okay, and you can share it wherever you can save it wherever you want to. Make sure it has enough space. Okay, so I shall be saving this. I can save it on my desktop, or let me see. I can go under the users. I can go on my hard disk. I guess I will go on my desktop itself. Okay. So let's make a new folder here, although it will make a folder. So let's create a folder for Unity projects. Okay, and inside this, let's save our stuff. So here this is again the name, the template that we want, and this is the location. Let's click on create project and let it do its magic. Okay, let's see. So again, this guy is verifying Unity, and then it should be creating a project, and then it should open up, and we shall be in our Unity software. So give it some time. It's opening the project. It's booting up all the things for Unity, all the softwares, all the nitty-gritty stuff, the packages and whatnot. Okay, let's give it some time. So for some of you, this might be the very first time you will be seeing the Unity software in action, and this can be overwhelming at first, but we'll be taking things step by step, and I can assure you that this will be a smooth ride, and you will be slowly and gradually getting control over all the capabilities and abilities that Unity has to offer. Okay, so here this says we have update. So for this we'll uncheck this so that we don't check for updates, because we purposefully installed this very specific version, so this window won't pop up again and again. And let's say skip new version. So here is our window, and let's double click on it to resize it. So here we are now. So this is the base Unity environment, and you would see different things here, which there's so many buttons here, so many different windows here, but slowly and gradually you will get an idea about all of these things. Okay, so let's not just stay to for downloading and installing stuff. Let's take another step forward, and let's at least understand the basic about the windows of Unity. Okay, and then maybe we can continue in the next lesson. Okay, so as you can see here, there are different windows. So these sections that you are seeing, these are known as windows. So this is a hierarchy window. On the top of every window on top left, you would see its name. So this is a hierarchy window. This is a scene window. This is an inspector window, this whole area. This is a project window. Okay, now these are tabs. Okay, so you can switch windows as well. So this is a console window, and similarly here it is a game window. Okay, so these different windows have their own different use cases. So let's understand about their own use cases. The first and the foremost, we shall talk about the scene window, and this is the scene window. This is where the real magic happens. This is where we create our game and we can see it, like how it looks. Okay, this is a developer's view. Okay, and similarly in the game view, you would see how your game would actually look once it has been developed. Okay, like, and this is the hierarchy where you would see all the objects that are in your scene. They would be listed here. Okay, so as of now we just have two objects, that is main camera and a direction light. So if we add any other object here, it would be mentioned in hierarchy. Okay, and now as of now this inspector window you can see is empty, pretty much empty, right? But once we select any object that is in a scene, if we select it, you would see something here in the inspector window. If you select direction light, you would see some different options here. Okay, so what basically inspector window does is that it shows the properties of the selected items. Okay, whatever item we select, it will showcase its property. For example, we have selected the main camera here, so it's showcasing its properties here. Okay, camera properties and audio listener and this transform. And similarly, if we click on direction light, you will see things will change on the inspector. Transform still remains here, but the camera component, it's not here. It's the light component which is here. Okay, so basically inspector shows all the properties of the selected item in the hierarchy, and as we select in a hierarchy, it is automatically selected in the scene view as well. So you are seeing these arrows and you will be wondering what exactly are those. We will have a look at these as well. Okay, so this is a main camera and the light, and this is a game view. Okay, another thing that I would like to mention here is these are windows are, they are resizable and they are readjustable. For example, I can pick any window, like I can click on hierarchy and pick it, so I will be able to hold it, and I can move it wherever it will, it will act as a sticky stuff, and I can move it wherever I want it. So I can customize this view as and when I want it. For example, I want the hierarchy here, so like this. So I usually keep my hierarchy here itself, and this is the game view and the scene view. If you want to see both of the views, you can put them side by side. Okay. And similarly, if you want to see the consoles as well as the project stuff, you can put them side by side. And as a matter of fact, you can add these windows as well. Like these are like if you want to have another inspector window or another any window, like another project window, you can have animation window. There are multiple windows which are not available here. These are just the basic windows which are available here. For example, if you want another inspector window, you can have another inspector window. Okay, so we can remove the tabs here as well. Okay, so why I changed this view, because I wanted to separate the game view and the scene view. And why is that so? Because I was like trying to show here is that our game view shows whatever our camera sees. Okay, as a developer, we can see it from any angle, where our objects are, where our assets are, but this game view will only show whatever the camera is seeing. So if I move camera, okay, as of now you can not see any difference because here is a horizon, right? For example, if we add object, so how it can add an object? Simply in the hierarchy, right click, and these are the different type of objects that you can add. So as of now, we'll be adding a simple cube. Okay, so we added a cube, and here it is, and it has been instantiated in 000 position, if I'm not wrong. Yep. So this transform component shows us the position, rotation, and scale. Okay, so okay, I was showing you the game view and the scene view, difference between the game view and the scene view. So I said the game view only shows whatever a camera sees. So let's change the position of the camera now. So as of now, camera is seeing this cube and we are seeing the front face. If I move the camera up, okay, so now our camera is at height. So now we are able to see the front as well as the top view. Okay, so as I said, the game view only shows whatever our camera sees. Okay, so this can be pretty helpful if you separate the game view and the scene. Other than that, let's take a look at the project window. So project window has everything, contains all your assets, maybe your scripts and everything. It's not necessary that you're using right now. Okay, for example, the scene view will always have all the things that are in the scene right now, but if you want to add some, maybe a car that you don't want to use in this scene, maybe in another scene, then that will be stored in the project view. It will stay here. Okay, so everything that you might need in your game development but you're not using it currently will be stored here. Okay, for example, if we create anything, if we create maybe a script, okay, or test script here. So as of now, this is present in a project, but we are not using this script as of now. So this will stay here. Okay. So similarly, all your assets, whatever, if you import a 3D asset or you import anything, that will stay here unless and until you want to use it in your scene view. Okay, so till now we have covered the hierarchy, the scene view, the game view, and the project window as well. Okay, so project window. Now this is a console view. So here, when you are into play mode, which I will shortly tell you what exactly that is. You can basically have your debugs and your errors being listed here, in which you can have a look at. Okay, now what do I mean by play mode? Okay, as of now everything is in pause, like we are not playing it, we are, as of now we are developing it. Okay, for example, we're developing it, we're adding new cubes, new spheres and whatnot, and we're changing its position by selecting it and using these arrows. Okay, but now if you want to see, like if we have some physics or anything enabled into it, that won't work till now. Okay, if we want to see that, we would have to we would have to click on this play button. Okay, and then we'll go into the play mode. Okay, so now we are into play mode. Okay, although we don't have any physics or something like that added on, so it won't work as of now, and it is the same as scene view and game view. But if we had any physics, okay, so let me just give you a quick idea. For example, if I add physics on it, okay, don't get overwhelmed. We'll be talking about all these adding components, scripts, and what not. We'll be talking about them. But just as of now, just to showcase you, just focus on what I'm trying to show here. That is the difference between play mode and the pause mode. Okay. So as of now, we are out of play mode, and for example, we have added something which enables gravity on the sphere. So as of now, the sphere is not moving, it's not falling, it's not doing anything. So when we go into play mode, then our all the scripts or all the behaviors that we have added start working. So you just saw the sphere fell down, right? Even now in my scene view, if I raise it and if I leave it, it will again fall down because it's in the play view and it's in the play mode, and we have physics applied here, rigid body, and that is making it fall. Okay, but again, if I click on the play mode and I get out of the play mode, so this is not blue anymore, that means we are out of the play mode. So this will be reset and this won't be falling down again. Okay, so that is the play mode. So play mode basically is seeing your game in action, and you see that in the game. Okay, all your behaviors or any interactivity that you have added, that will work once you have click this play button and you are into play mode, and this will be seen in the game view. Okay, so we talked about scene view, we talked about game view, we talked about project window, we talked about hierarchy, we talked about inspector as well. Okay, so these are the basic windows that are there in Unity, and we also talked that we can rearrange these windows, we can put them wherever we want to put them, right? And make a setup which is which feels comfortable to you. Okay, so today we have installed and downloaded and installed the Unity. We have created our first ever project, and we have had a look about what Unity looks like. Okay, so don't be overwhelmed about these options, properties, these what is rigid body and everything, because we will be covering all of them in depth. Okay, but we'll be taking one step at a time so that we don't overwhelm ourselves. Okay, because Unity is a pretty powerful software, and that is why it tends to be a bit complex as well, and it has its own learning curve. Okay, so if we go step by step, it will be pretty much easy for us, and you just focus on what I am trying to tell you and not on the things that are just forget about rigid body as of now. I just wanted to showcase you the difference between play and pause, right? So this is all for today, and be proud of yourselves that today we have downloaded and installed the Unity software, and we have started our quest to become a Unity developer. From next sessions, we'll be actually diving deeper into the Unity software, how it works, what are these gizmos, these arrows and everything is known as gizmos. What is this tool and what are these tools? How we can we'll be actually seeing. As of now, I've just told you the differences, but we'll be actually seeing the differences of these windows, and how we can control these, how we can navigate through these, and what is the use of each tools provided in unity. So till then, good day, have a nice day, and enjoy and be curious and stay fresh and be ready to learn a lot of different things, because it is going to be a roller coaster ride, and we are going to build some amazing things out in this session. Okay, see you everybody. Have a nice day. Bye.